Good morning, welcome to my channel, The Angels of Alchemy. I'm spiritual medium and angelic channel, Dee Grewal. And this is going to be the energy update for solar eclipse, new moon, solstice, and Mercury Retrograde. So that seems like a lot, right? This is another reason why I'm doing this energy update. There's a lot happening, and the energies that we're in have been quite intense. Those of you who are sensitive have probably been feeling it, okay? Feeling it's been affecting your energy in a lot of ways. And don't forget, we still have 4 other planets in retrograde, and which brings us to a total of 5 planets now in retrograde. So you can watch my video for the eclipse we had in the full moon, where I've gone into detail about what planets were retrograde, what are the energies then, okay? And now we're shifting into another burst of energy that's going to coincide with that. Everything's all coming together. You know, there's a lot that's happening, and it's happening in intervals, but very important times upon us, both collectively and personally. You'll find yourself going through a lot of shifts and changes and feeling a little uncertain about your paths. And, you know, some of you might be feeling confused, not quite certain what direction to go in. There's going to be things that are coming up from these cycles that are really making you aware of what's working and what's not working, what needs to go and what needs to stay, and what you're going to rebuild, where you're going to start over. You know, what cycles are you completing, what new cycle you're going to be beginning. You know, with the new moon, there is that fresh energy of new beginnings, yes, and this is a solar eclipse, so it is going to be about the new, but with that, we have to release the old. We have to surrender what no longer serves us. We have to close the doors that need to be closed, the cycles that need to be closed. And don't forget, with the full moon energy that we had, and the energies that we've really had this entire year, when we look at, you know, if you watch some of my previous energy updates, the way the planets have been aligned, we're wrapping up a lot of karmic cycles, okay? There is karmic completion to the point of it is very final. So if you've been repeating the same patterns over and over and over again, it's been a vicious cycle, you're going to really be wrapping that up now, because with the energy that we're in, the universe is really not going to allow you to continue in cycles that aren't serving you. So although you have free will, the planets are aligning a certain way, and don't forget, everything is energy. It affects our emotions, our feelings, and, you know, our thoughts. Everything is connected, and so things are going to be rising and bubbling up to the surface to kind of help you, to give you the momentum, to give you the push, the motivation to be able to move forward, okay, to get through some of the energies that we're in. So I love doing the energy updates, and I really do prefer doing it for the collective. You know, it's just a very important time. 2020 in itself, this is an extremely important year. As you can see by what's unfolding around us, there's some very significant things that are happening, and we can't ignore what's happening, right? So whether it be collectively or personally, all of us are going through very intense changes right now. We didn't expect this, right? And I mean, I talked about this in my energy updates and some of my energy updates from last year. So significant times that we're in, and that's why I'm doing the energy updates. Real quick, you can, if you want to book a personal reading, how to do that is in the information box below, okay? You can also visit my website, theangelsofalchemy.com. It's finally been completed, and so you can go onto that website. Still tweaking a couple of things here and there, but that's where you can book me for personal readings or anything else that you're looking for. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be going on there, and I'll tell you more about that later as I'm working towards it and building it. But just wanted to pass on, if you're looking for a personal read, go to my website, theangelsofalchemy.com. You can also find details in the description box below. For those of you who are subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. I really appreciate your support. And I love hearing from you. People do reach out to me with personal messages, and I love it. I want to know what's happening with you, what's going on. We're all here to support one another. And with these energies, we can. This is what it's about, right? And so leave me a comment, share, tell me what's going on with you. I'd love to hear about it, and let me know how I can also support you. This is what I'm here for, to be in service. And those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. If the messages resonate, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and like. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I'm posting future videos. And if you could all give me a thumbs up and like on the video, I greatly appreciate it. These energy updates are important, and it'll help other people too if they see the video. So with that being said, I really want to move into your reading. Let's go right ahead. So again, this is a general collective reading for the solar eclipse, new moon, Mercury retrograde, and the solstice. So this is a ring of fire solar eclipse, okay, and it's an annular solar eclipse. And we also have the Mercury retrograde element, and it's a new moon, okay. This is all in the sign of Cancer. It's happening, this new moon is happening in the sign of Cancer. Solar eclipse is in the sign of Cancer. This is one of the most powerful eclipses of this decade, all right? And we haven't had this energy and an eclipse like this in 20 years. So that is very significant in itself. There is an element of fate and destiny, okay, being put on your path, knowing what your purpose is. There is a lot about purpose, okay? Very big life choices and decisions that are going to be made in this energy. There is an energy, with the releasing, we're closing out those karmic cycles, but we're getting ready to begin a new cycle that's going to be extremely important and very significant. So this eclipse, okay, is in the North Node, all right, and the eclipse is in Cancer. So this brings opportunity, and this energy of the solstice and the eclipse energy that we're all in, it's going to set the tone from the 21st, which is today, up to September 21st, because then we're going to be moving into the equinox energy and going into the fall. What's important here is we also have Mars is in Pisces. So this is very heavy and emotional energy, and big, powerful displays of emotion with the energy that we're in. We kind of have a double whammy with the water here, okay? So emotions are really coming up to the surface. The eclipse is in a 0 degrees, okay? 0 degrees of Cancer. This is the victim or the vulnerable degree. Cancer is about home, security, safety, nurturing, stability in some ways as well, okay? And you're going to be made very aware of your sensitivities and your vulnerabilities at this time. And these themes are going to be reinforced by the opening Mars square to the Sun. All right, so Mars is also square to the Sun, and with that, Mars square the Sun is the point in the hero's journey where the hero crosses the threshold from the familiar world to the unfamiliar world. So, and you can see how this is playing out really collectively. This is very unfamiliar territory that we're in, and the energies that we're in. We've never experienced this, okay? And there's a lot of changes that are happening that feel very unfamiliar to us, right? And with the Sun-Mars square, especially when it's in a water sign, it's going to bring a lot of anger to the surface. It's bringing repressed emotions. It's bringing up, there's a lot of feelings here of grief, sadness, anger, frustrations, okay? And it's important to be very careful up until the 26th of June. So that's by the end of this week. Be aware of your emotions. It's okay. Some of you might have outbursts where you're feeling very emotional. It's a release. Let it out and release. I do recommend during this time, self-care, self-healing, self-nurturing is extremely important. Make sure you're avoiding conflicts and arguments, okay, and disagreements with certain people, all right, because a lot of this is going to be coming up to the forefront, okay, and you want to manage your energy. So really detach, kind of, I would recommend, especially this week, detaching from people, detaching from energies that you know kind of are toxic and low vibrational, you know, detaching from people that you know that you might get into arguments with right now, because this is about you taking care of you, your personal energy. So self-care, self-healing, if you're not attuned to some kind of form of healing, okay, it's not, you don't do any kind of energy work, make sure you're clearing your energy. One of the things that I like to do is cleanse myself with sea salt. I will wash myself with sea salt. I will also sage, and I will always place a white light bubble of protection, okay? Being that we're in this kind of energy, you need to do that for yourself, okay? But remember, your number one relationship is you, so please avoid being around people, places, and situations that drain and deplete you, or that are going to be where there's conflicting energies, okay? Sometimes you can't avoid certain places, all right? And I get it, whether it be a toxic job, whatever it is, you know, toxicity within families. Sometimes if you're living under the same roofs with that family member, being that difficult times are upon us, I get it, okay? But then, you know, try to seclude yourself where you can, or go outside, walk outside, do things that are going to really protect your energy at this time. So when I was tuning into the energy, not only was I feeling like there was a lot of emotions, you know, there's this feeling of very unfamiliar grounds that we're walking towards. What's coming up to the surface is a lot of confusion, a lot of foggy minds, not quite sure what that next chapter is going to look like. And this is about you really being present in the moment, being present being present in the moment and recognizing your sensitivities, your vulnerabilities, your emotions, what things are coming up to the surface, because they're coming up for a reason and they're coming up to be released. So please acknowledge the energy and the feelings that are coming up for you right now. And what Spirit gave me and what my guides gave me was immediately when I closed my eyes, and there's a whole message in this in itself, and this is why I love working with totems. They gave me the hummingbird totem. So this is going to be significant for the energy that we're moving to with the solar eclipse, the solstice, the new moon, and with the Mercury Retrograde, okay? And so the meaning of, when we're looking at hummingbird, okay, it's a symbol of love and happiness. It represents a miracle of life and all the wonderful things that make up your life. The hummingbird encourages you to enjoy your life and keep yourself light and free. It's about being independent and present in the moment, releasing all the negativities to let the love and light in. It's about you opening your heart, okay, and open your life to the good energies so you can receive more love and joy in your life. If hummingbird totem comes up for you, then know you have the ability to move swiftly and think quickly. Be ready for life's surprises and adapt to any situation, no matter how demanding or challenging it is. It's a very powerful totem of love and romance, and also signifies enchantment. You are being prepared for the journey ahead, okay? And this is a time to conserve your energy. When you embark on a journey and a new journey, don't go full speed, because, don't go full speed so soon, because you'll find you will quickly lose momentum. So remember, slow and steady beats the race. Now, I want to go back for a minute, because one thing I forgot to mention to you is with the Mercury retrograde. We already have 5 planets retrograde, okay? Venus is actually going to be coming out of its retrograde okay, which I believe is happening this week. Okay, Venus's retrograde cycle is 40 days. So it's gone into the, it went into the underworld and it's rising up as the morning star. Okay, and that's going to be happening. When we're dealing with Venus, there's a lot of emphasis on material wealth. Okay, the things we like to feel, see, touch. All right, it's about romantic relationships, all relationships really. Okay, how we handle and deal with money, all of those things. Okay, the things that bring us pleasure in life. Okay, but it's been in a retrograde, so you'll find that you would have been reflecting on relationships. All right, and this isn't just about romantic partnerships and relationships. It's about relationships of the past, relationships growing up, relationships with siblings, friends, how you interact with people, relationships at work. All of those relationships have really been highlighted. Okay, and we've been with the cycle. We've been closing out very karmic situations regarding relationships. Now, what's interesting is with Mercury retrogrades, okay, sometimes you can have people, relationships from your past come back into your present. All right, and it's with Mercury retrograde, it's all about communication. All right, Mercury tends to wreak havoc on electronics and things breaking in the house when we're looking at boilers and stuff like that. Okay, but it's about communication. So there's been a theme about communication in relationships as well. Okay, but Mercury is about us revisiting, rethinking, reanalyzing. Sometimes it's reconciliation with people from the past. Okay, but it's a time, anytime we're dealing with a retrograde, it's time to slow down, to slow our steps, to go into a place of reflection. All right, to go within. It's about reorganizing. All of those elements, anything with the re's is what we're looking at with a Mercury retrograde. So, and any retrograde is about slowing down. Okay, it's about thinking. You do go into the elements of the re's there. All right, and so watch communication with people, especially as I told you with the Mars element here. Emotions are already running high because it is in a water sign. All right, and you've got the double whammy with the water there, and Mars is square to the sun. So you really need to watch your communication with people right now, because you could get into very argumentative, combative energy, and you want to kind of avoid that right now. All right, why do we follow astrology? We follow astrology because it helps us to navigate through certain energies. That's why these energy updates are important, because it's going to help you to move through some of this energy that's coming up. If you have an awareness, you're going to stay aware of what's unfolding around you. I would say to you, not only self-care, meditation is a part of self-care, right? Meditation is going to help you tremendously, okay, in seeking guidance and connecting to your higher self, and that's going to help you to move through this energy as well. Also, I wanted to say, if you're not attuned to some form of energy healing, I totally lost track, I think I forgot to tell you that before, is that, you know, it's important for you to receive healing from others. You know, seek out people who do energy healing work, because it's going to help you navigate through this energy. Now, I'm Reiki attuned, I'm a healer, okay? And not only do I do self-healing for myself every single morning, I still connect with my Reiki master and receive healing from her. I had a healing session yesterday. I have another one today. My energy is important to me, right? And I know what's going to help me to navigate through the energy that we're in. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move into the cards that I've pulled. The first card from the Moonology deck I got was Luck is on your side, New Moon in Sagittarius. So I do feel there's an element of fate and destiny here. I do feel that there are blessings that are going to be coming in. They're not coming in easily, because I do feel a challenging aspect here, but it's important for you to know that luck is on your side. Be aware that there are blessings that are coming into your life. Don't lose hope, okay? Have faith that the new is happening. New moons are a time of new beginnings, all right? There is a fire element here. I also feel that this is about what you feel passionate about. It's about creative endeavors, this new cycle. There is going to be new projects with work, okay? This is going to be the energy that you're in. You're being guided to tap into that fire, that passion that you feel, where you feel passionately driven towards, okay? And use it to bring these blessings into your life, okay? Get creative. It's about tapping into your creativity. And I feel by tapping into your creativity and focusing on what you feel passionate about, this is where the blessings are coming in. This is where luck is on your side. Now, you do have here fragmented energy. All right, this is, and look at how she's standing, all these jigsaw puzzles. This is like feeling pulled in 20 different directions. This is like not quite knowing where you fit in, feeling like your life is somehow like a jigsaw puzzle, trying to figure it all out. Your thoughts are everywhere. And then look at all the water and the water element here. There's a lot of emotions here, because you are in your thoughts, okay? Allow yourself to feel what you feel, but really try to get into a positive vibration here. Clarifying the fragmented energy, you have the Tower. So this is where, the Tower speaks of surprises, shocks, okay? Kind of reminds me of the Uranus energy a bit, okay? But this is about shocks, it's about surprises, it's about your foundation being rocked, a foundation being knocked down, and a massive change and transformation. This can also be a huge epiphany and realization, okay? But whatever it is creating change. Look at the butterflies on this card, and butterflies speak about transformation and changes, okay? And look at what happens, how does a butterfly become a butterfly? There's a period of transformation that happens from the caterpillar, okay, going into the cocoon before it has a metamorphosis and becomes a butterfly. So there's definitely a feeling of a big change that's unfolding here. This is about you conserving your energy right now. Also, I feel here not spending unwisely at this time, or I'm drawn to the squirrel on this card and the hazelnuts, it looks like. These nuts that are, or acorns, sorry. I don't know why I said hazelnuts. But the acorns here, okay? And needing to conserve your energy, needing to conserve right now, okay? Because there is a feeling of a stability being rocked. Some of you, this is about your job. It's about career, okay? Some kind of foundation that's coming down here, all right? So be aware of your energy. Clarifying the Tower, you have the Five of Cups. There's some kind of loss, disappointment, hurt, okay? Whatever this is, this big change, big transformation, there's a feeling of loss here and not quite knowing what to do next, okay? But you see, don't focus on what is lost, because they're also, you see these 3 cups, she's crying over the 3 cups that have spilled over, okay? But yet, there's these 2 cups that are here that she's not looking at. And there's an aspect of divine timing, okay? And look at the blossoms, the petals that are falling from the tree. And I feel like this change has really been happening through the spring season, but something is really completing now. But be aware that there's going to be 2 opportunities or new opportunities that are coming in, okay? Don't be focused on what's lost here. You are going through a period of healing and transformation. What this tells me is that the journey that you're on and whatever is lost is actually a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise with the star here. And know that you are going through a period of healing, okay? You are overcoming difficulties that you previously struggled to overcome, all right? So you're getting over certain obstacles and challenges here. This also tells me that the universe is bringing a blessing. The stars are aligning a certain way, and they've really knocked down, when we're dealing with a Tower, this is the universe knocking something down and bringing in the Tower. It brings in the Tower because perhaps you've been procrastinating. Perhaps you know that you needed to make a change in some area of your life and you didn't. And so the universe is saying, this isn't serving you anymore. We're going to knock this down. It needs to knock down. But actually, this is a blessing in disguise. Know that you're going through a period of healing here, and the universe is actually blessing you with opportunities. The stars are aligning a certain way to bring in this healing, to bring in this gift, to bring in this blessing. And I do feel that whatever Tower moment you're having is forcing you to, it's kind of made you feel very unbalanced. There is a feeling of juggling, making a decision, trying to find a balance in your life, trying to find what is stable for you, what that foundation feels like, okay? And I do feel that you're trying to make some kind of decision. You're juggling something. There's thoughts that are at the forefront here. And perhaps you're feeling very uncertain now because your balance has been rocked a bit here. You're trying to analyze what feels stable to you, what that foundation's going to feel like. Okay? So I do feel that you're kind of needing to make a decision, needing to see the truth of a situation. Okay? Getting out of this juggling, balancing your energy, grounding yourself. But with the Ace of Swords, I feel like you're going to have some kind of clarity here with this cycle. I do feel some of you, you're going to receive some kind of communication that brings that clarity. Some of you, there's a truth that's been brought to realization. There is a feeling of some truth being communicated to you. Others of you, you're having an epiphany, okay, an epiphany, a realization. But there's a new beginning here based on truth, based on clarity, okay, based on clear communication. And you're also cutting through what no longer serves you, finding your balance and stability because you've gained that clarity, getting yourself out of that fragmented energy there. You have the card of transformation here. All right. So yes, you're going through big changes right now. This is a period of big changes and transformation. You're like the butterfly coming out of that cocoon. You're going through a metamorphosis. There's a feeling of judgment, renewal, rebirth, okay? An old cycle is ending so that new can begin. Some of you, you're being guided now to really move forward on your path. There seems to have been some hesitation. Some of you, the moving forward for some of you is going to bring some kind of travel. There's something that is at a distance from you, either some kind of news coming in from afar. Some of you are going to be traveling, okay, and moving in a completely different direction. But when we look at the Chariot is a card of success and victory. But it's also a card of movement and finding, look at the black horse and the white horse, moving towards a time of balanced stability, okay, getting out of a toxic cycle, moving ahead. Some of you, I feel like there's some kind of new opportunity at a distance from you. Some of you are going to be receiving news from a distance that is going to help you to move forward, because you also have, you can't make this up. You have the Chariot clarifying the Chariot. You got it twice. There's a definite moving forward. You're letting go of an old cycle and moving ahead. For some of you, I feel like this is about a job situation. Some of you, I'm feeling like, a major cycle in regards to work, okay? Finding new work. And I do feel for some of you that you're going to be traveling, you're going to be at a distance. The other thing that I'm seeing here is literally relocating and moving house. I feel that as well. Now, there is some kind of news that's coming from afar because you got the Chariot. So I do feel whatever this news is, it's coming from afar with the King of Swords. I'm sorry, the Knight of Swords. I apologize. And, when we have the Knight of Swords energy, sometimes this can be very harsh, very abrupt, very quick energy. Okay. Knight of Swords is also viewed, or the Page of Swords is viewed as like the Stalker card. This is about harsh communication at times. So this communication, this message, this whatever energy, this is coming in very, very quickly, okay? But it's moving you forward with that transformation card. I do feel that you're receiving some kind of news from somebody that's at a distance to you. And others of you, this is you having some kind of personal epiphany and realization about how to move forward. I do feel some of you traveling here, okay? This news, when we're dealing with the Knight of Swords, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, okay? So you could be dealing with somebody who's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be, I'm giving you the signs, but please know we have all aspects, all elements in our birth chart, okay? But that is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You have Nine of Swords and Page of Wands. So what I'm really feeling here is that you're having an epiphany and realization about how to move forward, okay? I'm seeing it here. And moving passionately forward. Taking a leap of faith with the Page of Wands. This is about a new beginning and a new start. Seeking out a new adventure. Moving towards your passions, what you truly desire. Going towards something that fuels you, that ignites a passion in your soul. This can also be somebody coming in to offer you an opportunity. Some of you I'm feeling in regards to career. Others of you, this is some kind of new opportunity in regards to relationship. For some of you, I'm not feeling that. Please keep in mind it's a general reading. It's going to resonate for some and not others. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But clarifying the Page of Wands, I really feel that you're having a personal epiphany and realization, or whatever message that comes in from a distance, from afar for you. It's all about your stability and your foundation. Some of you, I feel like there's going to be new opportunities with work. Also moving towards a new home, relocating, okay, there's definitely that there. Finding what stability means to you. Others of you, there's going to be an offer of some kind of new partnership, alliance, okay, relationship. Something that feels like a solid foundation. Some of you could, you know, when we look at the Four of Wands, it's the card of twin flames, but it's also the card of stability, foundation, marriage, okay, things of that nature. So somebody wanting to offer you something very solid, or you're moving passionately towards what stability feels like to you here. Clarifying the Four of Wands, you have the Fool. Yeah, some of you, you're definitely moving house. You're going to hear some kind of news about a home or something of that nature. It's going to happen very quickly. And others of you, this is definitely about a job, okay? But there's a new beginning. There's a new beginning here with the Fool card. Starting, moving forward, daring to take a leap of faith, moving passionately to the things that fuel your soul, all right? Where you feel passion and drive and willpower and determination, and starting anew. And actually that goes perfectly with what this next message is, because then you have new beginnings. So there's definitely a new start, a new cycle that's starting here. You have the Fool card, which is about a new cycle, and you also have cycle, new beginning. One, where you have the Temperance card, where you are going to find harmony, balance, okay? Temperance is a card of harmony. It's about peace. It's about joy. It's about balance and stability, okay? Being in a more peaceful place. So this new start is going to bring that harmony in for you. And clarifying that is the Ten of Cups. You are completing a cycle, all right? So you're ending a cycle here with the 10, because 10 is about endings. But this, whatever this new cycle is, with the 10 of Cups here as well, it's about feeling emotional fulfillment, feeling abundant. Look at this beautiful garden. Look at the lotus flower here. Spiritual abundance. And clarifying the 10 of Cups, you also have the 9 of Cups. Now, for some of you, there's going to be new opportunities coming in okay? New emotional opportunities. There could be somebody that's coming in. If you've gone through a cycle of endings within relationships, there's a new offer of love. Somebody that wants to offer a cup here, okay? Wants to offer you something, all right? It is the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is that romantic energy, all right? And emotional, okay? Somebody somebody that wants to offer you a cup of fulfillment here, okay? Because with the Ten of Cups, this is beautiful, and the Temperance card. And somebody could be somebody could see you as their stability, their foundation, wanting to have a family with you in that way. Whatever the cycle is that you're moving towards, it's really beautiful. You do have the Ten of Pentacles. So again, you have two tens. And when we're looking at the ends, it's an ending. You're ending cycles that weren't emotionally fulfilled to move towards emotionally fulfilling times. So with the Ten of Pentacles, this is about abundance, success, prosperity, happy home, happy life. Somebody could see this with you and want to offer you this stability, may want to have a family with you, or whatever it is. There's a feeling of an offer that's coming in here with this Knight of Cups. You've manifested this because you also have the Magician card. Now with the Ten of Pentacles, we're looking at stability, it's earth energy. We're talking about Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, and the Magician is Gemini. But you are manifesting this new start, this new abundance, okay? Something that you've been working on manifesting for a very long time. The Magician is about magic. It's about things coming to fruition. It's about as above, so below, okay? But you were working on bringing this into alignment and bringing your vision into reality here. Definitely something you've been working on manifesting. And whatever this is, what was previously lost, there's a feeling of things being restored to balance. You have the Justice card, all right? I do feel that some people have kind of gone through endings within relationships where they were, there's a whole family, there's children, there's a feeling of that as well. But whatever was lost, there's a justice that's being served here, okay? And this is universal justice. This is like karmic balance being restored with this justice. The universe is bringing this justice in. The universe is aligning you and bringing balance and stability based on what it was that you were working on manifesting. But you had to end a cycle first. Now you also have creative endeavor, okay? This is a period where you need to work towards what you truly feel passionate about. There's going to be new ideas, new projects, new inspiration that's coming in after you kind of shift out of the heavy energy. But this is also telling me that there's going to be something around the month of August for you guys as well. I'm definitely feeling that with events and the 8th there. But whatever creative endeavors you tap into, whatever ideas and inspiration that you really allow your soul to bring up, these ideas that are going to come through meditation, they're going to help you to tap into your creativity. It's going to bring a lot of abundance and success for you. I do feel that you're moving into a very creative energy, all right? So there's a birthing of new ideas and new projects that are going to be on the horizon. However, clarifying that, you have the Hanged Man. This is about you could be feeling stuck right now, okay, with the Hanged Man. And this is about, you're being guided to tap into the creativity. Remember, we're created in the image and likeness. We created in the image and likeness of the Creator, all right? And so you need to use that. Hold on one second. You are created in the image and likeness of your Creator, and so we're naturally creators. So use your creativity here, okay? With the Hanged Man, you could be feeling stuck, but you're being guided to go within, to see things from a higher perspective. You're not really stuck. Get yourself out of that energy, okay? And tap into your inner creativity. There's work to be done here. there's so much that you can gain from pausing and reflecting and going within and meditating, you know, but get yourself out of this stuck state. Work on creative endeavors. Allow yourself to be inspired and guided by meditation, going within. But, you know, some of you could be stuck in regards to work, and the message here is for you to tap into your creativity to get yourself out of that, and then focus on your creative endeavors there. You could have coming out, I feel like you're going to be coming out of this feeling of stuck and this pause. And when you do, it's almost like you have an epiphany, a realization. Some of you are going to receive very quick communication. You have Page of Swords energy. Again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody could really want to work with you on a project that's going to bring in a lot of abundance and success. Okay, there could be a new job opportunity I'm feeling as well here. But you're going to have a new epiphany and realization about work. There's a definite new opportunity in regards to work, so keep that in mind. Whatever creative endeavor comes to mind, ideas, it comes after healing. So it's almost like sometimes we hit a rock bottom, or we go through a very challenging time, but from that time a new idea will spark. Okay, and it's almost like, you know, get creative, use your challenges to bring about ideas into fruition as well. So, you know, it's like whatever challenges that you've gone through are bringing a lot of healing, and through that healing, that understanding that you're going through about your life and the experiences that you had, there's this new creative endeavor that's going to be born. Okay, and again, this is a gift and a blessing from the universe, and you're going to have a lot of success with that. But, you know, this hasn't been easy. It's come after a very tough ending. Okay, it's come from the Ten of Swords energy and the Eight of Swords. It's like it's come after you've had to close out a very big cycle. You've had to close out a cycle of betrayal and hurt. You know, Ten of Swords is a very heavy energy. You know, there's a guy here with 10 swords in his back. It's come after betrayal and hurt and disappointment. But you're at the 10. It's the ending. It's ended here. Okay? And, you know, you need to see things clearly. It's like once you allow yourself to heal, some of you have kept yourself very stuck and imprisoned, but you actually had the ability to free yourself at any moment. You know, here's the Eight of Swords. This is self-made imprisonment. This is delusions, okay? Keeping yourself stuck. But you're at the end. You need to get out of this Eight of Swords. Get out of this negativity. Get out of this feeling of disappointment. Allow yourself to heal. But this also tells me your creative endeavors are going to be born from your challenges, from your obstacles, from your difficulties. They are somehow going to inspire you and bring about new ideas that you're going to create from. And so it's a blessing in disguise. You know, break free of this cycle of negativity and toxicity. Allow yourself to heal, and these endeavors will be born that are going to bring rewards of abundant success for you. And then you have great achievement, okay? So you coming out of this cycle, you know, you're moving toward a period of great success, all right? Some of you, there's going to be an event that you do that's going to bring you great rewards and success, okay? But know that you're moving to a period of triumph, okay? Victory, success, recognition for all the hard work that you've been putting in. Clarifying great achievement, you have the Justice card. Okay, so yeah, this is the universe bringing things into balance after you've overcome difficulties. It's like there's some wrongdoing being put to right. and you know, you will get the rewards and the recognition and the things that you deserve. Okay, this is karmic justice that's coming in, universal justice. Okay, clarifying the justice card, you have the Eight of Wands. Yes, things starting to move very, very quickly. The universe is bringing things into alignment. You could be receiving lots of messages, lots of recognition at this time. Whatever this is, you feel very passionate about. It's creative inspiration, okay? You gaining the momentum and the drive to move forward very, very quickly towards the things you feel passionate about, okay? But I feel like this is going to be news coming in, new opportunities, new ideas. Some of you, you have this King of Cups energy. I do feel that you're going to be receiving a lot of emotional fulfillment at this time, but this is also, you could be receiving news from a King of Cups. Some of you, I do feel like this is about love, partnership, and alliances. Okay, for those of you that have had difficulties within relationships or relationships have ended, there is this new relationship coming in, somebody that does feel very passionately about you. You know, with the King of Cups, sometimes you know, they can be quite detached from emotion. And again, this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, where they've not really open to communicating certain thoughts, feelings, or emotions. But with the Eight of Wands here, I definitely feel that somebody wants to come in to offer you something. They want to have some kind of communication with you, okay? Whatever this is about closing of a cycle and balancing out a cycle and a new cycle beginning with the Justice card here. Yeah, I do feel that you're going to be receiving opportunities of work. I do feel that somebody is going to want to work with you. There could be something in the ways of a new business endeavor, okay? Or because you have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. We're talking about strategy, okay? When we're dealing with the Pentacles, the energies, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, they're very strategic. They think things over. But this is a business opportunity, I'm feeling like. Somebody wants to work with you on something here, okay? Because you have the Page of Pentacles. And so whatever this is, it's about abundance, it's about success and prosperity, taking leap towards this. Some of you, this is going to be a new job, okay? Others of you, somebody from your past wants to come in and offer you something. Wherever they're offering you, there is a feeling of some of you receiving gifts and rewards. It's about finances. It's about somebody that was previously not putting in an effort. There is a feeling of reciprocity here. You have the Six of Pentacles. This is about receiving gifts from the universe, gifts of money, okay? This is about equal give and take. It's about reciprocity. With the King of Cups and this communication coming in, I do feel that somebody wants to come in, either offer you a new opportunity in regards to work that's going to be really abundant and successful. Well, this is really about bringing reciprocity into a relationship, okay? I'm definitely seeing that, so please take it in a way. There could be a new partnership on the horizon here with the Lovers. Some of you, you might have to make a decision. It's the card of Gemini with the Lovers. But, you know, I feel this is about new partnership and alliances being formed. Okay, so this could also be a new career opportunity, new forming an alliance, one that's going to be very abundant, successful, have a lot of rewards. I feel that you could receive a higher income here as well. I'm seeing that. All right. For others of you, somebody wants to come in and offer you something solid, bring in reciprocity, come together in a relationship. But I do feel that you might have some kind of choice and decision that needs to be made here about that. But it's underneath great achievement. So whatever this is going to be very successful. It's beautiful. Whether it be relationship, whether it be new career opportunity, job, whatever it is, it's going to be successful. Yeah, there's definitely an element of love here, partnerships and relationships, okay? Love, partnerships and relationships. Because you do have here, I'm sorry, let me just move this over. The True Love card, okay? This is a period of self-transformation as well. I feel for some of you, you're really coming in alignment as your vulnerabilities and sensitivities are coming up to the surface, as you're looking at home and security and needing to love and nurture yourself, you're in this place of self-discovery. You see how she's looking in the mirror? It's like she's found herself. This is about having unconditional love with yourself, but also due to that, attracting love and stability in your life that truly mirrors what you need in your life, okay? But it comes after you've learnt to really love and accept yourself. Clarifying the card of true love. So this is unconditional love in a relationship, but unconditional love of self. It's about self-discovery, self-realization. I do feel there's a major transformation in that way that's happening. Now you do have here, clarifying the true love card, the Hierophant. It's like through spiritual ascension and spiritual growth, you've found yourself. You've come into alignment with unconditional love and self, okay? With self, I'm sorry. The Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, but this is also a card of commitment. So it's like overcoming that, learning to be in a place of self-love and self-acceptance has helped you attract, I do feel, a spiritually abundant relationship, somebody who is matches you, okay, in that vibration, all right? You've gone through spiritual growth and transformation, found yourself, and ultimately it's brought in a commitment for you, a marriage commitment for you, okay? Those of you who aren't in a committed relationship, okay? But, you know, like I said, it's a mixed reading. For others of you, I do feel that the next chapter and the work that you move towards, you're really going to love it. It's going to be your absolute passion, and it's a commitment to yourself and your spiritual path. And so, you know, I feel that the people that you meet are going to be new people that you haven't met from your soul group. And for others of you, I feel people from your soul group that you possibly met are coming back round, where you might have parted ways at some point, are coming back round because you're meant to be working with them. So there's a feeling of that as well. But really, there's a commitment definitely on the horizon here. I do feel this King of Cups energies, this is the same energy, or you're going to have to choose between a King of Cups and a King of Wands, okay? So Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Wands is Leo, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. But personally, what I feel, actually, I do kind of feel, for some of you, this is the same energy. Okay, this person coming in wanting to offer you something solid because you have a couple here. This is two people underneath true love coming together in divine union. You have the King of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. And so, also clarifying the true love card, you have, on you go, actually these were first. The Ten of Cups. Whatever this is, this offer that's coming in, I definitely feel a sense of two people coming together in marriage, okay, or a committed relationship. But this is emotional fulfillment with Ten of Cups. This is what you've been working towards, okay? Clarifying the Ten of Cups, yes, this is somebody coming back in from your past, okay? I do get the sense of feeling that part of some of you who have experienced a lack of self-love, it really does stem from your childhood, stems from your parents. So there's some kind of healing that's happening around that. There's a feeling of nostalgia when we look at the Six of Cups, but you know, this is about past memories. So there's something that very big that you're overcoming in regards to love and acceptance, okay? But for others of you, I'm feeling, you know, this person that's come in is from your past. Okay, this is a past relationship. Clarifying the Six of Cups as well, you have the Page of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody coming in from your past to offer you a cup. And this is going to be a new beginning, a new start within a relationship, okay? It's at the Page, but you already have the King and Queen of Wands, right? So this is going to be a solid offer. And this person, with the Page of Cups here, Six of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups. A lot of cups here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Ten of Cups. Emotional fulfillment with somebody from your past who wants to offer you a commitment. You have the Hierophant again. Again, Taurus energy. Okay, this also feels very spiritual. a very rewarding relationship, divine union coming together. All right. Those of you that are dealing with relationships, others of you, it's about aligning with your spiritual path, your spiritual purpose, coming in alignment with yourself, loving, honoring, respecting yourself, which is truly bringing you to a path that's going to be extremely fruitful in regards to your purpose. There could be new partnerships and alliances where you're meant to be working with people together, okay, where you vibe well spiritually. And again, you have the Six of Cups twice, so there's a definite element of somebody coming back round from your past. They could even come in through this Mercury Retrograde energy, all right? But yeah, with the 6, I'm definitely seeing this month. So there's some kind of coming together with somebody from your past here, I'm seeing. Whatever this is, you have the Ace of Cups. This is definitely a newfound love, a new, you know, two people coming together in divine union, unconditional. You know, I also feel you're just healing things from your past that go back to your childhood, where there's been nostalgia, where there's been hurt and pain and suffering. Whatever it is, you're coming into alignment with the vibration of unconditional love, with the Ace of Cups, finding complete emotional fulfillment here, okay? But there is, whatever this is, it is your wish fulfillment, because now you've got the 9 of Cups. You've got the Ace of Cups and the 9 of Cups. This is truly beautiful, okay? And you already had the 10 of Cups. So having absolute emotional fulfillment. This is your wishes, your dreams, your desires coming true. So what a beautiful, beautiful reading. I do feel that there's a lot of new and fresh energy that's going to be coming in. Keep in mind, when we're dealing with eclipse cycles, they can unfold anywhere from the time of the eclipse up to 6 months to a year. Okay, is the energy of that. We're going to kind of see this energy playing out until the end of this year now. Okay, now your guidance cards. You have self-sabotage. You know, this fragmented energy is self-sabotage. I do feel be very aware of your thoughts, breaking free of toxicity, negativity, codependencies, addictions, and that kind of thing. You know, just be aware that you're not blocking yourself from truly receiving, because you're going to be self-sabotaging yourself, okay? Let go of what doesn't serve you so you can allow the new to come in. This time is teaching you to get very real, very authentic, and very true, okay? Take off your mask. Be who you are. Speak your authentic truth. I do feel that there's going to be truths that will be revealed in this energy as well. I do feel that there's going to be people around you that you're going to be seeing very clearly. Their masks are going to be coming off. And this is about you, you know, getting out from the veil of illusion and seeing things for what they are, and stepping into your power and speaking and acting from your authentic truth. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of masks coming off in regards to love and relationships. You're going to be breaking toxic patterns, self-sabotaging behaviors that have been around relationships. You have the card of love. But this is also about you stepping into a place of learning to love, honor, and respect yourself, feeling unconditional love of self. I do feel there'll be masks coming on in regards to partnerships and alliances, and truths being revealed here. But also, because you're stepping into your authentic truth, you're attracting partners that mirror that, and attracting a completely different type of relationship. So there is going to be a union that happens that is, you know, we've seen that with the cards that I've pulled over here with the Ace of Cups and the 9 of Cups, okay? Then you have access clear thinking. So some of your self-sabotaging behaviors is the negative thinking, all right? You needing to go into a place of meditation so that you remain at the highest possible vibration, so that you remain in a positive vibration, okay? So that you can think clearly, okay? So access clear thinking. It's about being positive. Go into meditation, go into reflection so you can gain the clarity that you need right now. And then you have listen to your guardian angel. Yep, so that, again, the only way you're going to get clear is through meditation, okay? Going within and allowing yourself to connect to your higher self and listening to your guides, your angels, your support from the other side. And then from the Ganesh deck, you have a drive. This is about you moving forward, okay? Having the willpower, the motivation, the determination to move forward. Don't give up. This is a time of not really looking back at the past. Be present here and the now and allow things to come into your life, okay? Don't block yourself from receiving. Let go of those things that don't serve you. Move forward passionately on your path so that you can allow the new to come in. Because once you move forward and you find that willpower and that determination, you're moving into a period of delight. This is about you finding joy in the present moment, regardless of how challenged you feel. So that's your reading for the general collective. I hope you enjoyed that. If the messages resonate, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and like on the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's happening and unfolding in your life. Would love to hear about you. I love receiving your comments. And hit that like button. Thank you so much. Wishing you all the best. God bless and namaste.